Halsey as one of I would take it. Whatever. First of all, let's just end it. You're gonna disrespect the scene in particular. Oh, I'm still trying to find myself to defend this. I'm still. But this. You see, I'm tolerating right now. I came out here to watch it. Yo, what is going on, guys? Matthew V. Haynes here, aka the Clock Master. So before I start this video real quick, you guys saw that intro that I played in the beginning of this video. Shout out to Joe, the film guy, who I asked him if he can make an intro, and you guys, I've seen his work already. The profile picture for my YouTube channel is something that he whipped up together for me on Photoshop. So he's awesome. You know, and he that's the thing, like, he didn't even, I wanted to pay him for the photo, and he was like, nah, man, like, don't even worry about it, whatever. So he just did this for free. So I really appreciate it, and I would really appreciate you guys to go and check out his YouTube channel in the description box below. It would mean a lot to me. I'll go over and subscribe to him. He's a very talented young guy and does amazing work. So go over and show him some support. Follow him on Instagram, do what you gotta do, man. But Joe, thank you so much again for that awesome intro. I really do appreciate it. So, as you see by the title, I got some news to share with you guys. I got some stuff to talk to you guys about really quickly. I want to share my experience from Heroes and Villains Fan Fest over the weekend. I went on Saturday and Sunday. But before I do that, I got some stuff to say at the beginning. I got a vlog that I filmed. I filmed a lot of footage from over the weekend, so I don't know exactly when I'm going to drop that. Hopefully sometime this week, within the next 48 to 72 hours. I don't know exactly when I'll be dropping it from when you see this video, but I have a vlog coming out from all the footage that I took and everything that's going to be released, talking about my experience over the weekend, or showing my experience rather. I'm going to talk about it today. So, Heroes and Villains Fan Fest. I got to shout out a couple people, actually not a couple, like 3 people that made this entire weekend possible. First of all, I got to shout out to a friend and subscriber, dear subscriber of the channel, Emma. She probably would hate me for shouting her out for this, but she's one of the people who sponsored me to be able to go over the weekend. 2 people else I got to thank. I got to thank, big shout out to Colton Haynes and my old high school teacher, Nicholas Ferroni. I had to shout both of them out. I'll explain more of the story later on as to how everything played out this weekend. But those 3 people allowed me to come to this event over the weekend, and I had such a great time. And those who saw my Instagram stories, from both Saturday and Sunday, I talked a little bit more about it over there. I showed more pictures and things like that. So if you guys want to see the pictures, all the pictures that I took with the awesome cosplayers and everything that I went through, just check out my Instagram. It's at Matthew V. Haynes. I have a highlight story up there so you guys can check it out and watch everything. Okay, so I had plans to go to Heroes and Villains prior to that, but those plans didn't really work out, so I didn't know if I was actually gonna go. And then my teacher actually earlier that same week contacted me, and he was like, hey, Colton Haynes invited me to go to Heroes and Villains Fan Fest. Do you want to come along? And then I reached back out to him later on the week, and I was like, yeah, I want to come along. Do you know, is the invite still available for me to come? And he's like, yeah, you can come and everything. And next thing you know, I just thought I was just gonna do like a regular general admission thing on Saturday, but I showed up on Saturday, and lo and behold, 2 VIP passes for the entire weekend, provided by Colton Haynes. And it was just, I was so shocked, because I was like, I wasn't expecting a VIP pass or anything like that. So met my teacher in the main lobby, gave me the pass, we talked a little bit, I showed him around, you know, like showed him some of the things that vendors do, because I've been to, you know, obviously I've been to conventions before, so I haven't been to Heroes and Villains before. So I was showing off some of the vendors, showing off what, you know, what they do, the cosplay, giving them more information about everything. And, you know, we had a great time. I filmed some things, you know, took some B-roll, and I'll talk more about the con after I say some of the beginning stuff. So, we had some of the photo ops and things like that. They had Franz Drama, who played Jefferson for Firestorm. He was there. David Ramsey was there. Candice Patton was there. I'll talk about that too. Candice Patton was there. Hartley Sawyer, Ray Fisher, Colton Haynes, of course, Tyler Hecklin. Who else was there? Matt Ryan was there. Joseph Figueroa, I think that's his name. And the dude who plays pretty much half the Arrow cast was there. The only major people from Arrow and Flash that weren't there was Echo Cullen was there, and you know, those guys. The only people that weren't there were Grant Gustin and Stephen Amell, they weren't there. Robbie Amell was there too. Victor Garber was there. So it was cool. It was a lot of guests that were there this weekend that made it really fun. Also, I ran into a couple of subscribers, man. I ran into a couple of subscribers. Those pictures I will show. So I ran into a couple of subscribers over the weekend, and it was cool meeting you guys and talking to you just for a little bit. And taking pictures with you guys, because you guys are excited to see me as much as I was excited to see you. So that was pretty cool to run into a few of you guys. I didn't think I was actually going to run into any MVH squad people in the at the convention, but lo and behold, there was quite a few people that were there, and they recognized me. Those of you, you know who you are, ran up to me and introduced yourself and all that. So that was pretty cool. So on Saturday, after doing the vendors and everything, Colton was actually wrapping up his booth section. And my teacher, Mr. Froney, went out and called him because, you know, they were texting each other. And we went, and he was like, you guys want to come backstage? You guys want to come backstage? And I was like, in my mind, I'm like, yo, backstage? I'm gonna go backstage? Okay, sir. So we go backstage, and we're just walking casually. I'm feeling special. Like, hey, man, I'm getting escorted. We're getting escorted backstage and everything like that. And we went backstage, and there was a table where everybody was just getting food to eat and everything like that. Colton was there. Well, actually, before we went backstage, I think 2 days prior to actually meeting him, and you guys who don't know Colton, he plays Roy Harper in Arrow. You guys should know that. You follow my channel. You should know that. A teacher actually told him my name, who's coming with him, blah blah blah, and he was like, oh, are you guys? I think we're related. And my teacher's like, nah, I don't think you guys are related. I'm pretty sure. So we introduced each other, shook his hand. He was like, you got my last name, and kind of joked a little bit about having each other's last name. So that was pretty cool. Having the same last name, so that was pretty cool. We went backstage, and then there's a table. So we had Colton and his people. They were at the table. Colton was there, my teacher was there, I was sitting there, and next thing you know, I'm just sitting down. I'm like, oh, I'm actually just chilling backstage at the table. Like, he's like right there, everybody's right there. I'm just like, whoa, this is actually kind of cool. And like, I wasn't really nervous or excited or scared or anything like that. I was just like absorbing the moment, rather. I was more like, oh, this is really cool. Like, I'm sitting back here, like I'm feeling special. It's cool. But I wasn't like, a lot of people expect like my heart was racing. It wasn't really anything like that. I was just like absorbing the moment, because I just wanted to take it all in. And next thing you know, I see the guy who played Adrian Chase in Arrow walk through with a plate of food. Matt Ryan, who plays Constantine, walking right after him. Tyler Hoechlin, who plays Superman, Supergirl, walk through just one after the next, just walking through casually with food. I'm like, yo, like, these dudes are right here. Like, I was like, they just really normal. So I'm sitting here, the table's one table's here, the other table's here, and right behind me, Matt Ryan was sitting right behind me. Tyler Hoechlin was right there. Adrian Chase was also right there. They're just chilling, talking about food, whatever. I'm like, yo, like, okay. So I actually got to speak with Colton a little bit. I didn't want to bother him to ask him stuff about Arrow and ask him to take a selfie and take a picture, because like the dude was just already spent like an hour and a half, because his lines are long. Those of you guys that were there on Saturday, you know what I'm talking about. Like, his line was long, and he was taking selfies with everybody. So I don't want to seem like a over crazy fanboy. Like, yo, let me get a picture with you, I'm backstage. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to give him that respect, to treat him as a regular dude and just chill. So I didn't want to bother him for a picture, but we talked. He talked to everybody at the table. Everybody was just talking with each other, and then Colton started making fun of Tyler. Some inside joke or whatever that everybody else seemed to know except for me and my teacher. And then Tyler just comes by the table, and then Colton's like, oh, these are my friends, whatever, meet them. And then next thing you know, Tyler just comes up and shakes my hand. He's like, yo, nice to meet you, Matthew, how you doing? Shakes my hand. I'm just like, yo, like, I'm shaking Superman's hand, okay. All right, this is normal. And he just goes and sits down right across from me. I'm like, this is 100% normal, okay. So they're talking about food and where they're gonna go eat, and just like all sorts of conversations were happening. And I'm like, wow, like, these guys are actually really cool people, very humble people. But so they're like, they just regular dudes. Like, you see them on TV, you see these actors and actresses on TV, and they're like, like this, but then when you actually get backstage with them, or you just like meet them in person, they're honestly just like you and me, yo. Like, they're just like regular people, who just chilling. Like, they were just chilling, talking about stuff. Let me focus my camera real quick. Yeah, just chilling, hanging out. doing what they gotta do, and I just thought it was really cool and really awesome. And once again, I gotta thank my teacher, Mr. Ferroni, for bringing me along with him, man, because like I said, I didn't know if I was gonna continue going for the rest of the weekend, but you know, he brought me along and you know, gave me a way to have that experience, and it was really awesome and really cool. And I gotta say, like, every one of those dudes were really cool, humble, and nice people, like really awesome. I can actually say that firsthand, witnessing how cool these people are. And on our way out, you know, I shook his hand. Colton just came up and gave me a hug, and I was surprised by that because I didn't think that, you know, these celebrities would like get down to earth like that. And he just gave me a hug, and he's like, yo, thanks for coming, man, I appreciate it. And I was like, thank you. And then that was that, and I left, and that was it. And I just continued going the rest of the con for that day on, and that was just Saturday alone, and just filming everything. And I just kind of thought about the experience, and I was like, wow, like that just happened. That was really cool. And I'm like, wow, I was like, I'll never forget that. Like, that was just really cool, just seeing like all these actors that I watch on TV for the past couple seasons, you know, from Superman to Colton, who plays Roy, and everybody else, and Constantine, and all those guys, just seeing them on TV and meeting them in person was actually such a cool experience for me. So I'll definitely never forget that. That was awesome. Now on Sunday, it wasn't too much I did on Sunday. We just went over on Sunday, and I actually sat in some of the panels, and shout out to a good YouTube friend of mine, Candice Studios. We pretty much hung out for the rest of the day. You guys can check out his channel, Candice. We hung out for the day, and we just, you know, we were chilling, whatever. And we watched some of the panels. We had the Flash panel, and you guys will see that in the vlog. And if you saw my Instagram story, you'd see that. We had the Flash panel. We had the Arrow panel, which I didn't stay for because I didn't want any spoilers for the upcoming season. And Tyler Hoechlin spoke as well about Superman and Lois Lane and all that stuff. So I got to see that stuff firsthand, and having the VIP treatment too, from, you know, just skipping the lines and stuff was pretty cool. Now the Candice Patton story, I did meet her, but it was very, very brief. It was very brief. So they, like I said, the booths where you can go and meet the people, you can pay for selfies, you can pay for autographs. So I was like, you know what? I didn't pay for any photo ops, let me pay for a selfie. So I paid for a selfie, and I walked in the line. And again, I wasn't really nervous or anything like that. I just wanted to take the picture. And just seeing her in person was actually really cool, man. Like, just seeing her in person was cool. Like, honestly, it was just really cool. It was a cool experience to see her in person. And long story short, skipped through, you know, went through the line and told her, you know, told the people who were collecting the money and doing a selfie, I had to pay like $30. I had to pay $30. So I paid it. I went up to her, and you know, she's looking, she's just waiting for the picture, and I didn't know if I wanted to. She was like, "You want to do a selfie?" So I asked these girls behind me to take a picture. And before I took a picture, I just told her, I said, you know, I know a lot of people are hating your character, Iris, and you're getting a lot of hate for it, but just, you know, keep being strong and doing what you're doing, and you know, keep doing what you're doing on the Flash. And that's all I really said to her. I didn't say much, and she just responded. She said, you know, thank you. You know, what'd she say? Oh, she said, I got tough skin. That's what she said. I got tough skin. And I was like, good. I just gave her a thumbs up, and we took the picture, and that was that. So, because other people like in front of me were overextending, I guess, their welcome. Like, they just kept talking to her really long for like a long periodically time for no, like, just going on, and I'm like, man, like, yo, like, you don't gotta talk to her for that long. Like, just say what you gotta say. She's busy. And keep in mind, like, she did photo ops earlier, then she did a booth, then she did a panel, and then she came back to do more photos at the end. So I'm like, nah, she's busy, she's probably tired. I don't want to be that guy. So it was cool to see her. She smelled really good. She smelled really nice. That's probably one of the things that stood out to me. It's like within like this much, well, how many space would I say? Within a couple feet between me and her, I was like, yo, this woman smelled nice. Like, literally, whatever perfume she had on it smelled good. Like, she smelled really good. So I took the picture, and I was like, the whole time, that's the only thing I was thinking about in my head. I'm like, yo, like, she smells nice. That was literally the only thing that was passing through my mind. But I wasn't nervous. I wasn't chill, because as I said, I've met celebrities before. I've met certain influential people before. So it's like, for me, it wasn't really, I don't know. I don't really view celebs as like people that I gotta be nervous around. I think you can be a fan of somebody and appreciate their work, and I said this to my family yesterday, like, you can be a fan of somebody and appreciate their work without, and really love them without being a fanboy or a fangirl. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's these girls in front of me, and understandably so, they're in front of me and they were like, oh my god, we're getting freaking out. They were like, ah. I'm just like, nah, man, like, it wasn't like, it was really cool. It was a cool experience, but it wasn't like, it wasn't really like that for me. I don't really get on like that when I meet people, you know, and that's just me. I just view them as regular people, you know, who just have better jobs and more influence than I do. So I mean, it's cool. It was really cool. And after I took the picture with her, I went to the Superman panel with Tyler Hoechlin and watched that out. And after his panel, had some food, and that was it. I took some more footage, took some more B-roll. I bought this cool Black Panther necklace thing that was really cool. I bought that on Saturday, so that was really cool. Bought this picture you see back here. That was really cool. Shout out to AJ Moore. And what else? I got some stickers from an artist that may potentially do some work for me, like a commission for me, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, man, that's my experience. That is my experience at Heroes and Villains Fan Fest. You guys will see the visual side of that when I drop the vlog, or you know, the cosplay video, whatever I decide to do with it. When you guys see that, you guys will see everything. I just wanted to share this recap of everything that I went over the weekend. I hope I didn't forget anything that I experienced over the weekend with that. But besides, you know, meeting the people and running into some friends again that I've seen from previous cons was really cool. And all of that was just really awesome. It was just a cool experience, very chill. It wasn't as crazy and big as New York Comic Con, which is coming up next. That's the next one I'm going to. So it wasn't crazy as that or as Garden State Comic Fest, but it definitely had a lot to offer, and the vendors were cool, and you know, the photos and all that, and meeting the people was really cool. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you watched to the end. You MVP, man. I'll see you guys in the next video, man. Thanks so much for watching. Clockmaster